Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby Bliss White and today we are going to continue to play with Chanel. I pulled out some of my absolute favorites from the brand, kind of the iconic Chanel products that, you know, I feel like lots of people should have in their repertoire. Or if you are just diving into Chanel, sort of some of their iconic products. So today I thought we would use some of those. Pulled out the quad that sort of got me back on the track with Chanel, and that is the Experience, the Candeur at Experience. You guys, this was all the rage a few years ago. It sold out all over. And I had to get my grubby hands on it. So we're gonna play with that, using that today as well. And then I pulled out an oldie but a goodie, the Vitalumiere Aqua Foundation. This was something that I had used for years and years and years, and then have given it a little bit of a break. So I pulled that out so we can play with that. And then again, you guys, just some of the classics that I really feel like some people, if you're just diving into Chanel, that you would not be unhappy with having these in your repertoire. So if you are wanting to see this look in action, let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be the color story today, and I'm using an oldie but a goodie, the Vitalumiere Aqua Foundation. I have that in 32 Beige. Then I've got, this is the actual palette, the Candeur Experience. I'm going to be using this gorgeous palette here. And then I upgraded this just a little bit. I brought out two eye pencils that I recently purchased that I thought would go well with this, and that would be the Ombre et Contour in Vague. And that is this color right here. And then I brought out Black Wood as the liner. And then here is a lip that I'm thinking of pulling out to add to that. And this is that Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet Extreme. And that is in Eternal. We'll see about that one. It's pulling a little bit more pink, but it still would look pretty with this whole look. Over here, I'm going back to the famous bronzer from Chanel. Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzer. Over here, I pulled out my new Weed blush over here. And then here's this highlighter, again, using the kind of famous, iconic Soleil Tan de Chanel highlighter. This is their illuminating fluid. So you guys, here is the color story. Let's get started. For many, many years, I have bought several tubes of this Vitalumiere Aqua. I did discontinue use after a while, especially when I had a rosacea outburst. This has a little touch of alcohol. It's got the classic fragrance from Chanel. I know everybody loves that Lumiere Velvet, and I wanted to love it so much, but I think that might be for more oily types of skin. It really didn't work for my skin type, but this did. One of these like original unique formulas that just blurred your skin. Doesn't have a ton of coverage, but enough. And you guys, I'm gonna see if I still love it. I have no idea how many tubes I have gone through. This was my go-to foundation for years. So let's go ahead and give it a little go. I think what I will do is, you know, I'm gonna start with this as a little base, a little glowy base for myself. And I'm going to take my It Cosmetics Heavenly Complexion brush, and I'm just gonna kind of brush this on, you guys. And that is this is a really nice little illuminator. I don't know why I haven't pulled it out forever. But this will give you a little bit, there's been so many new illuminator shears and those kind of things that have come on the market, but this one is still a really classic, iconic staple in your Chanel wardrobe. So you guys, I just put that kind of all over my skin just to give it a little glowy base. So I am going to, the way that I like to do this is with my fingertips. You guys, I find that that's the best. So I was put in, I've used this in B30 and B32 is what the artist put me in. And that is beige, let's see, rose beige. And we are gonna just take a little bit here. You guys, this is a kind of watery-ish consistency. It's so funny to bring this out because this was my be-all foundation. And you guys, I think it's best with fingertips. This is just, you can, I'm gonna use a brush to kind of blend it in, but this is one of these classics that just really is meant to be used with your fingertips. Now, the alcohol amount in here is just slight, so it's not super drying to the skin. This was just, and it has that lovely fresh Chanel fragrance. Again, I'm hoping that they just make one foundation at least without it. But I do know that's part of the allure of Chanel. They are originally a perfume house. So, okay, you guys, you're gonna see, I'm gonna see if I love it as much as I did. I just always thought this was so great because it still looked like skin. Guys, this is the coverage. And again, it isn't going to give you super high coverage. If you're looking for that in the Chanel line, you're gonna wanna go with that Ultra Tint. Is gonna be the long wearing full coverage. This is going to be more for if you want a natural kind of makeup look. This was really recommended for more mature, it's recommended for everybody, but this is going to give you not a cakey look. It's going to smooth the skin. So we're gonna wear this today and see what we think, if I still like it. I think one thing is I think this was on the cutting edge of technology way back when they launched it. And now I think a bunch of other foundations have caught up to this, but it is still a go-to. I just haven't pulled it out in a long time. So I thought we would revisit that. Okay, you guys, again, for the Chanel concealer, that one's a little too drying for my particular older wrinkly eyes. So I'm gonna be putting a little bit of my Armani under here. And again, with this, if you feel like you need any more coverage, you can definitely use your concealer to spot conceal. Okay, we're gonna let this settle into the skin and we're gonna pull out the favorite. I still love this, you guys. This is the classic Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzer base. I've hit pan. This is very exciting to me. The way that I like to use this, you guys, is I like to take just a kind of stippling brush, and I have one from Real Techniques. I just kind of rub it in here. This is a cream-based product. And then we are gonna warm up the skin. So you guys, this is still a favorite. Of course, I'm loving my new Duo bronzer, but I wanted to pull out some of my favorites from Chanel because we're having so much fun, because these are sort of classics. This is like, kind of like if you're just diving into Chanel, like I feel like everybody needs a little jar of this guy, little tub of it. It lasts forever. It's $50, you guys, but this is gonna last you for years. So that's another classic, iconic Chanel product. And again, this has been illuminating fluid, has been a well-loved iconic product as well from Chanel. So those are kind of like all little staples. And I'm just warming up the skin with this. I still love this stuff, you guys. It's funny, I go through phases where I use it every single day and then I give it a little break, but I always go back to it. So again, this one, classic, can't go wrong with it. Lucia Pica, the global makeup artist for Chanel, When she launched this, I think everybody kind of went crazy. It is an all matte quad, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I think that they kind of needed to update and upgrade their palettes, and now I'm absolutely in love with them. Before I had maybe one or two of their old palettes, but they were a little bit frosty, like the look always seemed the same. When this came out, this is when I kind of fell back in love with Chanel, and it never went away completely, but you know how you go in and out. So I thought we would put this on my eyes today and then play around with a little bit of other fun stuff. I'm gonna start by putting on this nice neutral sand color. You guys, I love these kind of colors. We're gonna start with this and then we will build from there. I'm gonna bring you in just a little closer. Okay, so a little chatty get ready is that my daughter is heading to New York today for her first solo trip to visit my son Emmett. And I was laughing because I was there in May, but I did not realize that they had a Chanel Atelier standalone store that has basically makeup and perfume. They have the Coco Lab. It's in Soho. And I can't believe I missed it. I wasn't into Chanel at the moment, or I wasn't as obsessed, because we definitely spent time in Soho. So anyways, she will be going for me, and she will be taking some pictures and stuff like that. I have a few items on my list because they have those exclusive perfumes. Okay, you guys, I'm putting a little wash of that color all over my eyes. This is such a pretty quad. Okay, basic one shade here, you guys. I just love that color. Then what I would do is I'm going to go ahead and take this vague Stilo Ombre at Contour. I'm gonna take this, is a little bit bronzy, and I'm gonna put this at the lash line and underneath my eyes just to start building and kind of show you a few different looks. This could be look number one, just kind of a quick and easy bronzy eye, put on some mascara and run out the door. But we're gonna build it up because we wanna use this beautiful shade over here. So now I'm actually gonna take this guy over here, guys, this kind of warm brown shade, and I'm gonna just put that over in the outer V and kind of bring it up into the, I'm deepening this eye look just a little bit, and then a little bit into my crease, but I don't want to do too much because I'm going to bring that kind of reddish color in there, but I just want to go ahead and add a little bit of depth here. I'm going with a real light hand. Okay, you guys, here is kind of look number two, building it up a bit. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that black wood and I'm gonna tightline my upper, near my lash line to kind of give that a little bit of a pop with this color. So again, this is one of these versatile kind of palettes that you can get a lot of different looks at. You guys, I kind of like tight lined close to the lash line, kind of smudge that out just a little. But again, this could be your total look right here. Just kind of a basic, pretty brownish eye. And now we're gonna take it up a notch with this beautiful kind of amber red color. This is so pretty. So I'm gonna use a light hand. I'm gonna go in with this guy right here. And we are going to come over to the side, and I like to just kind of come on this where the where my crease is, and I like to just place a little bit there. And again, very light hand, you guys. You don't need a lot of this. This is such a pretty color though, and I think you can wear it during the summer and anytime you prefer. Can you see that? Going a little bit deeper. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna close my eyes. I just did a little wash of that color, and I found that I liked it best just keeping it kind of like a little bit aura like that, not putting too much. This color can pick up the red in my eyes. If I get it too close down on my lid, it will kind of pull a little bit, so they'll look a little bit tired. But if I keep it a little bit up and it's more of a little wash, I think it just looks super pretty. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take this darker brown here. I'm gonna intensify the little lash line with that and pull a little bit underneath my eyes. Okay, you guys, I am gonna go put on mascara to kind of ground the look, and then we can do one last thing if we want to take it up an extra notch. I'll be right back. Mascara is on, always makes the hugest difference. I tried to clean up my brows just a little bit, and I'm gonna close my eyes and show you this kind of pretty matte look, and then I'm gonna show you one option if you want to add a little bit of sparkle on the lids. So I'm gonna close my eyes. Whenever I do this, my eyes are twitching, but here's one. Then if you wanted to, I always like to put just a little bit of, a little dash of sparkle right in the pupil area. And I am so in love with metallic flash for that exact reason. You guys, this is such a pretty color. It is just a cool toned kind of platinum. So I think it'll contrast nicely with this kind of warmer look. So that is Metallic Flash. And I'm literally just gonna take a little bit, just like this, and I'm gonna go right down the middle here, kind of where my pupil would be. And then we'll put that out. So I'm just coming here. I often like the mix of cool and warm together, to be honest. I think it's kind of a pretty look. So again, just a little bit here, and then we'll blend that out just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes again, you guys. I just feel like that made kind of a pretty contrast on the lid. Yes. Now let's go ahead and finish off the look. I pulled out the Tweed blush because we haven't used that in a little bit of time, so we need to do that. Just gonna take a little bit of that, and we'll put a little bit on the cheeks. This is kind of multi-purpose too, if you want it to be, it has a little bit of bronze look to it. Just like that. And then we'll play with a little bit of lip. You guys, my goodies are showing up at 10:45, or they should be delivered before 10:45. So tomorrow, new Chanel goodies. I know, I'm just nuts. And then also, I would love to know, since my daughter will be in New York and she gets to go to the Chanel Beauty Atelier store, if there's anything you guys think that I need that could be a little special treat from that store. I can't believe I missed it. I'm so bummed. I guess that just means I get to go visit my son again. Okay, let's go ahead, and I was going to use this little Extreme in Eternal. This is kind of a, this is a matte, but the way I like to do it is just dab just a little on my lips and just kind of press them together. I'm gonna do a little bit of around the outer. I just kind of thought this would work with this whole eye look. Here. Guys, this is the basic look. We put on that Allure Velvet Extreme. You guys, someone asked me if it was drying. I wouldn't say drying. It almost feels powdery to me. What I do like about this is that it kind of stains your lip, so you don't need a lot. Like I literally just dab it on and I really enjoy that color. But then being me, I want to top it with a gloss, and I'm going to use the Hourglass in Ignite. Kind of think the combo of this is really pretty because you've got a little bit of kind of a peachy tone on top, but it doesn't take away from the lip. So I've really been enjoying the Allure in Eternal and kind of letting that stain and then topping it with this Hourglass Ignite. I just think it makes a really pretty lip color combination. And then we'll go ahead, we will finish off with a little bit of powder. I'm just going to continue to use my Hourglass just right through. Set this. This is the final look, and then I am going to wear today the Mojave Ghost by Byredo. I'm almost out of this little guy, and this is just sort of a awesome, it has a little bit of warmth to it that I kind of wanted to bring in with this kind of look. I thought about going with my Byredo Velvet Haze is my absolute favorite, but since it's a little bit more summery today, I thought I would pick out Mojave Ghost. You guys, again, I'll put the link down to the perfumes because I'm not good at describing those. But this is just one of these brands that I go back to all the time. One of my favorites. So this is the look for today. Hoping you guys have an awesome day, and then stay tuned because some new goodies are showing up today. We'll have a little bit more fun to play with. So you guys have a fantastic day, and I will be back with another video soon.